Okay, I want to be the first to welcome everyone here to the Philosophers Through Time Conference of 2011, Tallahassee Community College. We've sent invitations throughout time and space to philosophers everywhere to come and be keynote speakers. And our first speaker is going to be from the Eastern philosopher, Lazoo. Everyone give him a warm applause.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Lazoo. Not much was known about my life, but some would say that I'm the most important Taoist sage. I was born between the ages of 600 and 400 BCE. My life goal was to follow the Tao. I taught many the way, but this was a very difficult task because you cannot capture the essence of Tao through language. It is subtle beyond all conception. Some of my teachings can be found in the Tao Te Ching, and to start off, let's try and explain the unexplainable. There was something formless and perfect before the universe was born. It is serene, empty, solitary, unchanging, infinite, eternally present. It is the mother of the universe. For lack of a better name, I call it the Tao. If one wishes to follow the Tao, he must be like a river and live naturally. Empty yourself of everything, let your mind rest at peace. The 10,000 things rise and fall, while the self watches their return. They grow and flourish and return to the source, returning to the source of stillness, which is the way of nature. The master observes the world, but trusts his inner vision. He allows things to come and go. The master gives himself up to whatever the moment brings. He knows that he is going to die, and he has nothing left to hold on to. No illusions in his mind, no resistance in his body. He doesn't think about his actions. They flow from the core of his being. He holds nothing back from life. Therefore, he has nothing to fear from death. As a man ready for sleep after a good day's work, ordinary men hate solitude, but the master makes use of it and embracing his aloneness, realizing he is one with the whole universe. I also did some commentary on the way social life should be lived, and I believe that the man who loves the world as his own self can truly care for all things. And a sage has the power to love all things. When he acts but does not possess, accomplishes but lays claim to no credit, because he has no wish to seem superior. I left China when I was tired of the corruption of society, and I rode on an ox out of China, because I'm hardcore. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zhu. Our next presenter is Phagors.
If the name Pythagoras sounds familiar, it's probably because you've used it in a math class, which you probably failed. I'm just playing. But as you can see, back in my day, how he taught look at math, we did not look at math the way people do now. These days, people look at math as simple numbers. Math is not just numbers. Numbers have personality. Numbers have spiritual meaning. Each number is a different person in and of itself. Its masculinity, its femininity, all different due to the numbers. But although most people think that I'm just a math guy, a lot of people don't realize that Pythagoras, me, I was actually responsible for musical instruments. Consider that if you draw out a string and you measure it in whole numbers, you produce a more harmonious tone. This can be put into many different instruments, not just guitars or rock or whatever you kids listen to these days. Let's see, what else? Unfortunately, a lot of my work is in clouds due to the fact that my followers are known as the Math McCoy. We follow a path of secrecy. And so we more a, I guess you could say, communistic society. So some of my work, some would say, is not really mine. It is more a byproduct of the community. yet I am still credited with the majority of the work, as a leader should be. Unfortunately, my death is also skewered into oblivion due to many tales of war, and I wish I knew how I died as well. Unfortunately, I died. But I also believe that too, that math and philosophy can also lead to the purification of the soul. By pursuing philosophy, one can achieve divine purity. And I think that's the thing that separates the mathematics from this day, is that we view math not as numbers, but as an essence, but as true living things. Because if you look at it, the number 2, which may seem simple, because all you think of as 2 plus 2, but there's a difference between 2 ships and $2, and 2 cents and 2 sticks. Each number has different value. I am Pythagoras. Thank you.
Next time I play the harp, I think I'll think of that guy. Our next presenter is Hippocrates.
Hey, I'm Hippocrates. I'm known as the father of Western medicine. It's kind of a big deal. Just saying. I was born in Kos in 460 BC. Pretty old too. I'm basically known, like we learned in this class, for writing the ever-famous Hippocratic Oath. I did do some other cool things. I was actually the founder of the Hippocratic School of Medicine, which is school of medicine way back in the day when I was actually living. It's not something that was like founded in like 1500 after me. And we had a ton of students come out of there, very strict practices, things of that nature. I'm also one of the first people to ever challenge the theory that sickness, death, and diseases were events controlled by the gods. Obviously back in Greece in those times, everything was controlled by the gods and they prayed to the gods, etc. But I was smart enough to challenge it, even though it was obviously difficult for that time period, but to challenge the theory and try to use scientific facts to prove my point. Like he believed that, or I believed, sorry, these events happen naturally or from environmental causes and not superstition. So I was the first person to do that. Kind of also a big deal. That's kind of the first stepping stone to real thought and real questioning about why things happen. I'll just go ahead and go straight to Hippocratic Oath. It's basically the oath that all the doctors take before they go and practice their medicine. And 2 of the ones in here, I really think, hone in what every doctor in their heart should have every time they practice. And one of them is, I will prescribe regimens for the good of my patients according to my ability and my judgment and never do harm to anyone. I think that's a big deal because back in those days, harm was something that no one kind of understood, especially with the whole idea that death and sickness came from the gods. It was kind of like, oh, okay, gods gave it to me, whatever, I just deal with it. So I think it's kind of a big deal to see that he obviously cared, that he was like, yeah, I'm not going to do harm to anybody because I understand why it's happening to them now. And then the biggest one I think here is, it's the shortest one in the whole oath, is, but I will preserve the purity of my life and my arts. Which kind of definitely hits home because it's kind of like, okay, yeah, this might be my job, but it's more important to do my job correctly for everybody else. And it shows like a bunch of emotion coming from such a long time ago. I think that's kind of cool. I'm Hippocrates and I'm emotional.
Our next presenter is, sorry if I say this wrong, it's difficult with some names, Masaru.
You probably have not heard of me before, but I am an important Buddhist teacher and philosopher from India. I'm credited with founding the Mahadhammaka school of Mahayana Buddhism, along with my disciple Ayurveda. There are 2 other branches of Buddhism, I'm not sure if you know, but there's the Mahayana, which is what is my branch, and the other is Theravada. There's also a 3rd branch that's more popular in China. It is the Varahayana. I'm originally from South India, and I lived around 150 to 250 current era. I was born into a Brahmin family. That's the highest caste, where the scholars and the clergy are from. But I later converted to Buddhism, somewhat like the original Buddha was also from the highest caste. Because of this, I'm one of the earliest Buddhists to write in the classical Sanskrit rather than the more vernacular language. Now, by the time I came into, well, I wouldn't say existence, but by the time I was born, the Buddhism had already become somewhat different than when the original Buddha arrived. And so I wanted to get it back to the original teachings. I have many influential writings, although most have been written by, most of them people think, were written by other people. The most popular is the Mula Madhyamakariya, also known as the Fundamental Verses of the Middle Way, which this one's for sure they think I wrote. It's just my essential teachings in 27 short chapters. My primary contribution is the concept of emptiness, or sunyata. This basically is saying that all phenomena are empty of essence or substance. There's no really intrinsic, independent reality. All things arise dependently, not by their own power, but by depending on conditions leading to their coming into existence. Basically, you don't exist independently. You are part of the entire universe, basically. So, this is basically bringing together the other key Buddhist doctrines, such as no self, and that everything in the universe is arising together in a mutually interdependent web of cause and effect. The middle way is another thing that's important. There's two extremes in philosophy, at least in Buddhism: externalism, that something has an objective existence, and somewhat of nihilistic approach, which is that in this context, it means that you're either denying existence of something that actually exists, or an assertion that all things are intrinsically already destroyed or rendered non-existent. He's known for saying, therefore, a wise person does not say exist or does not exist. Also, I'm known for the two truths doctrine. There's two levels of truth in Buddhist teaching: a relative or common sense truth, or an ultimate or absolute spiritual truth. So basically, a lot of scholars interpret the conventional truth obscuring the spiritual truth. So I think that there's two truths. Now, my influence has spread to China and to Tibet, in Tibetan and Zen Buddhism. But they have different methods. All right, that's it.
Yay.
Our next philosopher is someone you might know a little more, is Galileo.
Hey.
Grazie. Ciao, bello. My name is Galileo. I was born in Pisa, Italy in 1564. When I was young, I was seriously considering to be a priest, but my father advised me other way. So he made me change my mind, so I enrolled in the University of Pisa to study medicine. I did not finish this degree because I didn't like it. So I ended up studying mathematics. If I were again beginning my studies, I would follow the advice of Plato and start with mathematics. In 1589, I was appointed chair of mathematics in the University of Pisa. 3 years later, I moved to the University of Padua. where I taught geometry, mechanics, and astronomy until 1610. As I always say, measure what is measurable and make measurable what is not so. During this period, I made significant discoveries about kinematics of motion, astrology, and the strength of materials. This enabled me to create this telescope, but remember not to use it to watch the sun directly, because I got blind after. Apart from that, I also observed a mass of innumerable stars planted together in clusters, later called the Milky Way, the phases of Venus, and I enjoyed a lot watching the sunspots. That's why after that I lost my vision. But also I had a lot of trouble with other people because they didn't believe me that they didn't believe Copernicus that the Earth went around the sun. The Earth goes around the sun, and I think you realize it now. Unfortunately, I lost my sight in 1638 and made me believe that when senses fail us, reason must step in. Today, some call me the father of modern science, and the 4th largest moons in Jupiter are named after me. So this is a short summary about myself. Grazie.
Our final philosopher is me, David Hume, which I was born in May 7th, 1711 in Scotland. Unlike Galileo, so for some reason I don't have my accent, don't know why. My original surname was Home, but it got changed when I was 23 because the Scottish have difficulty pronouncing the word home. So I went to the University of Edinburgh when I was 12, which the normal admittance age was 14, so I wasn't too far ahead of all my other peers. Originally I studied law, but I felt that I had an insurmountable aversion to everything but the pursuit of philosophy and general learning. But through my years of studying philosophy, I came to a major conclusion that I believe that all knowledge comes from experience, and that the mind contains nothing but a collection of perceptions. All events are viewed and interpreted through sensations of your mind. Our senses, sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, are filters in which we perceive reality. So all human knowledge comes from perception rather than reason. We live our own version of reality. Although we might experience the same events or perceive the reality as, although we might experience the same events, our perception of reality is unique to ourselves. Everything we experience passes through the filter of our mind. And since this, two minds are never alike, no two realities are identical. So, as you sat here through our Philosophers Through Time keynote, everyone here perceived this experience differently than everyone else. Thank you.